You're live in 2 minutes, Your Royal Highness. Sir? Thank you. Let the microphone do the work, sir.
I'm sure you'll be splendid. Just take your time.
Good afternoon. This is the BBC National Programme and Empire Service, taking you to Wembley Stadium for the closing ceremony of the Empire Exhibition, where His Royal Highness the Duke of York will read a message from his father, His Majesty King George V. 58 British colonies and dominions have taken part, making this the largest exhibition staged anywhere in the world.
Remember, sir, 3 flashes, then steady red means you're live.
Using the new invention of radio, the opening ceremony was the first time His Majesty the King addressed his subjects on the wireless. At the close of the first season, the heir to the throne, His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, made his first broadcast. And today, his younger brother, His Royal Highness the Duke of York, will give his inaugural broadcast to the nation and the world.
I have received from His Majesty the King Inhale deep into your lungs, Your Royal Highness. Relaxes your larynx, does it not? Cigarette smoking calms the nerves and gives you confidence. Now, if Your Royal Highness would be so kind as to open your hand. Sterilized. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, if I may take the liberty, insert them into your mouth.
Excuse me, Doctor. What is the purpose of this?
It's the classic approach. It cured Demosthenes.
That was in ancient Greece. Has it worked since?
Now, if you would be so kind as to read. A wealth of words. A fight against those marples, Your Royal Highness. Enunciate. A little more concentration, Your Royal Highness.
Did it swallow the bloody things?
Thank you so much, Doctor. It's been most, interesting.
Your Royal Highness.
Insert marbles, you get it? Insert his own bloody marble.
Tick-tock, tick-tock. You know we can't keep doing this, Bertie.
I know. Promise me. Promise me no more.
Hello? Is anyone there?
I'm just in the loo.
Oh, Mrs. Johnson, there you are. Sorry, I don't have a receptionist. I like to keep things simple. Poor and content is rich and rich enough.
Sorry?
Shakespeare, how are you?
How do you do?
Oh, chuffing along. Now, this is slightly awkward, but I'm afraid you're late.
Yes, I'm afraid I am.
Where's Mr. Johnson?
He doesn't know I'm here.
Well, that's not a very promising start.
No. No, look, my husband has seen everyone, to no avail. Awfully afraid he's given up hope.
He hasn't seen me.
Awfully sure of yourself.
Well, I'm sure of anyone who wants to be cured.
Of course he wants to be cured. My husband is, well, he's required to speak publicly.
Perhaps he should change jobs.
He can't.
Indentured servitude.
Something of that nature, yes.
Well, we need to have your hubby pop by. Tuesday would be good. He can give me his personal details, I'll make a frank appraisal, and then we'll take it from there.
Doctor, forgive me. I don't have a hubby. We don't pop. And nor do we ever talk about our private lives. No, you must come to us.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Johnson. My game, my turf, my rules. You'll have to talk this over with your husband, and then you can speak to me on the telephone. Thank you very much for dropping by. Good afternoon.
And what of my husband with the Duke of York?
Duke of York?
Yes. The Duke of York.
I thought the appointment was for Johnson. Forgive me, your
Royal Highness.
Royal Highness.
Yes, Johnson was used during the Great War, when the Navy didn't want the enemy to know he was aboard.
Am I considered the enemy?
You will be, if you remain unobliging. You'll appreciate the need for absolute discretion.
Of course. How did you find me, your Royal Highness?
The president of the Society for Speech Therapists.
Eileen MacLeod. Oh, well, she's a sport.
She warned me your Antipodean methods were both unorthodox and controversial. I warned her. Those are not my favorite words.
I can cure your husband, but for my method to work, I need trust and total equality. Here in the safety of my consultation room. No exceptions.
Oh, well, in that case. When can you start?
She's still sounding a bit rough, mate.
You make me drive too slowly, Dad.
Did you pick Mum up from bridge?
Yeah, I've hardly been out of the car all day.
I had a special visitor this afternoon.
May I please leave the table?
How special?
No, you must stay bored stupid listening to your parents' inane conversation.
Thanks, Dad.
And Mum?
And Mum.
Me too.
Are you meeting Jean?
No. Someone else.
Doctor? Doctor? Go and help your brother with the washing up.
I'm fine.
Who is it, Lionel?
Well, bring it up if you can't talk about it.
Myrtle, it's just a woman looking to help her husband. Oh, and I had a call for an audition. One of my favorites.
Aren't they all?
Would be a lot of fun.
I'm sure you'll be splendid.
In the amateur scene, they're a highly regarded group. From Putney.
No, that's all, girls. Tomorrow, chapter 4, the flight.
Oh, Mama, I long to know where they fly to. I can't wait.
Oh, to fly away. Weren't they lucky?
Now, Papa, tell a story.
Can't I be a penguin instead?
Well, now I want a penguin story.
Very quickly. Once there were two princesses, Princess Elizabeth and Princess Margaret. Papa was a penguin. This was because he'd been turned into one by a wicked witch. This was very inconvenient for him because he loved to hold his princesses in his arms. But you can't if you're a penguin because you have wings like herrings.
Herrings don't have wings.
Penguins have wings which are shaped like herrings. And what made matters worse is that she sent him to the South Pole, which is an awfully long walk back if you can't fly. So when he reached the water, he dived in through the depths so fast that he was in Southampton waters by lunchtime.